A very good evening and welcome once again. It is the GSL Season 2 match day, and match number 8 will feature the Karnavati Knights and the Surat Strikers. Of course, two big names of Gujarat football will battle it out here. It's a humid climate and there's very little breeze as well in the wonderful city of Ahmedabad. We are live from the Transstadia known as Eka Arena, and this match will definitely make an impact in terms of how the table unfurls. It is important all the teams know what is at stake, how important it is to get those victories, because only two teams at the very end will get a chance to battle it out for that coveted trophy, the title of the Gujarat Super League Season 2. And you can see that one star for the Karnavati Knights. They know they want to defend that title. They want to claim it all, just like they did in Season 1. But there's a team that also wants to claim it all. Surat, who started off on a very good note, especially the previous game, which was a comeback victory. But this dressing room will hope that they can make a comeback way to defend
Coach.
the title.
Good afternoon.
Are you disappointed with the result in the last game?
Yes, of course. We badly lost last game, and we want to overcome as for the thing. And still, we believe that we are in race.
So, is there any aspect that you want your team to improve on?
Yes, of course. We are in attacking third. We are lacking where we want to get inside the penalty box, and we should do some creativities to get the goals. That's not happening. That is what we are lacking.
Considering the result of the last encounter with Vadodara Warriors, what kind of game are you expecting today?
To be honest, we should win. Then only we can be in the race. If we continuously win another 3 matches, then this is controllable. This game is controllable with us. So if we win, we have still chances. We are hoping for the win.
So, okay, sir. Thank you so much, and all the very best for the game.
Thank you so much.
All right, Mr. Shivakumar's clear. Let's listen in to the opposition coach as well on his thoughts coming into this game.
So, good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Considering the point table, how do you keep your players feeling positive and motivated during the training sessions?
As I'm always says, my players are always being very positive to get the 3 points in each match. So we are playing with a very positive winning mentality. This is going to help us to get 3 more points in the next match.
Will your team be able to add 3 points against Karnavati Knights today?
Yes, I'm a bit positive with my team performance, and I will appreciate the way they are doing. They are cooperating as a practice, and they are ready to accept all the challenges on the field. Because you can see in the last 2 matches, we played very well and we secured 2 goals in the match time only. And in the last match, we scored in 90+5. This makes a very big, it make a very big positive impact on my players' behavior on the field.
Any major changes in the squad for the game?
Not a big change. We have a technically 1 red card, so we just replacing 1 player. And let's hope for the better win for the today. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir, and all the very best for the game.
Thank you very much.
All right, so two different thought perspectives, of course. So while the Karnavati coach knows that his team is lacking on a few areas, especially that final third where they have to put the final shot away to get those goals. That is something they will look to work on. While the Surat strikers know how they've come prepared, so is quite skeptical. He hopes on a positive note, skeptical. Yep, he wants to see his team get the victory here. He's confident. They're feeling good, and that's what tends to happen in a series like this. You're winning matches, you want to stay in that flow, and we will look at the team that's looking for that flow, the Karnavati Knights. Shubham Tiwari will be there with the gloves, followed by Haukip, who has the captain duties. Rohit Patyal, Vishesh Pandey, Ram Singh Ratwa, Irfan Abarsi, Kuldeep Thakur, Siddharth Pranay, Yash Chudasma, Tejas S, and Sapam Kennedys. This is the starting 11 that Mr. Shivakumar has picked. The substitutes will be in contention to come on as well for the Knights, the defending champions. Meanwhile, the contenders for Season 2, we have Surat Strikers, led by the captain Aman Shah, the goalkeeper Shivam Rajput, Nishan Shetty, Aryan Chauhan, Syed Suhail, Harsh Waghela, Parth Baggo, Speaker Chaudhary, Johnson Matthews, Darren Job, and Palash Baba, the game-winning goal scorer from the previous one. So we see Mr. Antrix, as he said, just one change onto his lineup. It will be interesting to see how they decide to go all out in this match. 3 from 3 would be ideal, but the Knights look to stop that from happening. Question is, will it happen here in match number 8, live from Ahmedabad? Stay tuned.
We would like to welcome our chief guest of the evening, Advocate Sridhar Derasari, along with Vishnu Chauhan, Police Sub-Inspector and Referee Assessor in All India Football Federation, the owner of Surat Strikers Janik Patel, Norma Patel and Ananya Patel, and the owner of Karnavati Knights, Advita Patel and Shurut Patel, accompanied by Honorary Secretary General of GSFA, Sri Mulraj C. Chudasma, and Executive Member of GSFA, Mr. Shapat Shah.
The dignitaries, of course, wishing the players all the very best before this game will get on and underway. It's going to be very, very exciting the moment the clock hits that 5 p.m. mark, because that will mark the beginning
We
of
would
match
like
number
everyone to
8. The first
stand
7
for the
matches,
national anthem.
well, I'm sure all of you know of the action that is unfurling. Soon after the anthem, players will shake hands with each other, and it is almost time for kickoff your match number 8. The defending champions, Karnavati Knights, looking to pave their way once again back up the same ladder. It's not going to be easy, but you can never write a team that has championship caliber off. And this is a good game for them to start off. All eyes on the Knights as they pose for the traditional team picture before a game. Joseph and Aman currently in the middle. For the toss, up goes the coin, across goes the flags. The referee of this game, of course, is Mr. Williams Koshi. His assistants, Umang Parmar, Bachchan Mall, and Sri Kumar Pillai, will comprise of the linesman and the fourth official. Of course, our match commissioner, Divya Rajsin Rana, will commission this game, of course, and I will take you through this match. My name is Ryan James, and good evening, Kim Cho, once again to each and every one of you for joining us live on FIFA Plus and Sportscast India. This is season 2 of the Gujarat Super League. Karnavati Knights, the defending champions, take on the unbeaten Surat Strikers here in this matchup. The teams have broken their huddles. They will take their positions on the field, and it is time to get this match underway. Over to the countdown.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's play indeed. Match number 8 of the Gujarat Super League Season 2 is underway. Karnavati Knights taking on Surat Strikers. The Knights lost their previous game. The Strikers won it in a commendable fashion in the added time post the 90th. It was a comeback victory, an ideal one of sorts. And here, the Karnavati Knights will look to change the tale of the Strikers by handing them their first defeat, for which they will have to play their best football over the next 90 minutes. Karnavati Knights, of course, have an interesting formation. They're going with the 3-5-2 formation, which emphasizes more on the midfield. And the coach said that the final third is where the problem is. So the 3-5-2 might address the issue, while the Surat Strikers have the simple 4-4-2 formation. Bit sloppy there. Possession's back on for the Knights. Cross not too effective in the hands of Shivam. He plays it over to Aman. Johnson. Chaudhary on the ball. It's a good dribble, very good run. That final pass to his teammate is good as well. He gets the space. But the whistle's going to go against him. Harsh Waghela. He gets quite involved. He is playing on that right wing. Seen him get involved with goals as well. Launches the throw in into the box. Quick passes among the Knights. Down to the final third. Decides to go from distance. It's way off. Joseph Howkeep, the captain. Two teams with two different tales so far in season 2. Karnavati Knights losing 2 matches, while the Strikers have taken away all points that they have had to offer. Long free kick straight to the keeper. Shubham Tiwari launches that forward. Palash Baba clearing it. Joseph looking to play it forward. It's intercepted. A lot of changes in possession. Aman plays it over to the left. The foul there. Traditionally, we've seen all fouls, irrespective of the distance. It's converted into a long free kick where a ball is launched into the box. Speaker Chaudhary was caught there. Nevertheless, Nishan Shetty will take this one, looking to inflict a move of sorts. The ball is cleared. Antrix Patel will be happy with his boys so far in this edition. They've been spectacular, especially the previous game, how they didn't let the opponent's strengths get to them. They were patient, they were agile, and that helped them get over the line at the very end. That's a very good ball played over. And now, so Hale has some work to do, but his pass wasn't ideal enough to find his teammate in the box. Ball played ahead this time. Irfan receiving it but not able to captivate on the occasion. Captain plays that through the left flank. Again, not able to find Sweeker Chaudhary who was running in. Tejas now with some space. Little bit of a call, but the referee is not interested. A good tackle there to contain that attack from Karnavati Knights. Darren Job, right back, doing it for his team. Nishant launching it inside in search of Sweeker. Aman. Aryan. Just constant switches in possession for both the teams. No clear move coming through. Could this be the first one? He's lobbed it forward. And the keeper stretching his arm out to contain that. Referee also noting something, the player down as well. Before all that, the flag did go up. Again, both the teams are seemingly creating chances, but there's no strong or effective chance coming out on that final third. Crosses it into the box, finds his teammate, but immediately the defense of the Knights take charge and look to execute the counter, although they have slowed down a bit. Joseph plays it over to the right. It's Rohit. Finds his forward Irfan. Plays it back to Joseph now. Kennedy with the ball. That's a good ball by Kenny to find his teammate. Dished over to the left. Vishesh comes running in. Oh, that's Siddhant with the cross which goes over the post. Neither. It was Kuldeep who switched flanks over to the left. For over 10 minutes of football have been played. Nothing to take away from both these sides, and no clear-cut chance that has been created. So it is more or less a slow-paced game, but we know how quickly something can change. Play was intended to find Tejas, who was making that run. Darren quickly heading into safety. Good dribble so far from Aryan. Good find for the player. They're not able to gather the ball. Johnson Matthews on that occasion. Good ball inside by Darren. Did put the keeper to work up to a certain end. Not too much for him to do, which is why it ended up comfortably in his arms. Talk about shots like that. In slow-paced games, sometimes that will do the trick. You surprise the keeper, you have a go from distance, and all of a sudden you're celebrating a goal. Player takes a head there. Play on, says the ref. He has the go. Keeper also taken care of. Pressure from Karnavati. Hesitation there to make that run. Sweeker Chaudhary. This was the shot earlier from Suhail Pasha. Good save from Shubham Tiwari. It's perhaps the first strong and A possible goal-worthy shot here in the 15 minutes of football that has been played. Ball played over to the left. These few plays from the strikers that they're trying time and again, especially the long balls, all are too strong. Looking to get that advance ball into the forward who is running in front, but it just turns out to be too much for them. It's perhaps the fourth instance in this matchup. Long ball toward the box. Defender clears it. Aman looking to get on a good run. His teammate just escapes that offside mark but loses possession nevertheless. Vishesh Pandey on that midfield lineup for Karnavati. He's one of those attacking midfielders that is always chasing the ball. Joseph to throw it inside. He looks to go all the way toward the box. That is out for a goal kick. Few quick passes, looking to get that cheeky one away to his teammate. The defense of Surat not letting that get through so easily. Again, that advanced ball. Defender taking note. Kennedy keeping it safe for Karnavati. What's he thinking from this point? Johnson Matthews, he's got a powerful kick. We see him often launching the long balls, taking the corners. Looks like another training ground move. Can they put it into good execution? No, they cannot. Potential counter attack for the Knights. Switches play over. No, he decided to find one of his teammates, loses possession. It's back on with the Knights though. Play over the left. "20 minutes into this game, the problem is still the same. Both the teams struggling on that final third. You don't see constant runs coming out. You don't see the long balls finding the intended players. And by constant runs, I mean ones like this where the ball is taken over through one of the flanks and then crossed in. Can he do it here for his team? He doesn't cross it in. Finds one of his teammates outside the box. Has a shot. Shubham. What a save. We saw him do it earlier, jumping to the right. He does it this time, jumping to his left. Take a look at this. Johnson Matthews will not kick them soft, which means that save from Shubham is indeed a good one. Tejas quite quick on the ball, but quick thinking from Yash to get back the ball. Apologies, that's Parth to get back the ball. Here's Aman for the strikers. Slight tackle there to win back possession. Strikers ensuring the Karnavati side does not get too comfortable on the ball, which is the right thing to do. Long ball, found the player on that first touch, but the defender was chasing him well, marking him well to be precise. At the 25-minute mark, perhaps that one shot from Johnson was the closest that we got to seeing a goal. What's he thinking? Warding King along with his assistant. It's probably the step continuous error of not getting past that final third. Well, moves like this, instances like this, would definitely see the ball being launched into the final third, the box to be precise, which means all he has to do is find one of his teammates and boom, you have a goal. Decide to have a go for a training ground move. It's played over to the right. Cross comes in. Header was needed. It's one of the blue t-shirts. Another header save onto the right side. And the follow-up shot once again blocked by the strike fence. Top defense from the Surat strikers, and can they convert good defense to good offense? He's played the ball forward. Keeper comes charging in and clears it over for the Karnavati Knights. That was definitely a good sequence. A lot happening here in the middle. They're just looking to get that run. Possession lost. Darren with the throw-in. Player down. This was that sequence earlier. First header, save. Then the follow-up shot off the left foot, blocked. Another shot, also blocked. 3 shots in total taken at the target. Still no goal to separate these two sides. Not the best of shots, but no clearance. The volley attempted from outside the box, can't get it to go. It's still with the strikers. He tried to get that space, but it will remain as a try as well. So Hale must be thinking he perhaps should have tried to stop the ball where it was landing itself and then had a go. Looks like the Knights want their captain to launch this into the box with his hands. First header, not the best of it in terms of clearance. Possession is won back though. Here they are looking to get that counter attack up and running immediately. And there his own teammate will deflect it out as the referee tells it's time to get some hydration and then get this game back running. Back on after that quick water break. Long ball again. Keeper quickly takes note of it. And an advanced throw is well kept in. Or maybe not. Here the players motivating each other, the coaches as well. It is thoroughly important to do that. Just like all of you tuning in on FIFA Plus as well as Sportscast India, supporting these lads who are making it big in Indian football here at the GSL Season 2. Over the right run, he did everything right except for that dish. He wanted a deflection called and a corner kick, but the referees pointed, pot signaling just a goal kick. Knights now looking to get a clear-cut shot. That is something they've not been able to do. Would say different for the strikers. And that's a foul against the Knights. Through ball attempted. Still with the Surat strikers. He goes for the goal straight to the keeper. A big save once again from Shubham Tiwari. Holding his arm strong and getting that save. You can see the strikers camp. They can possibly see it coming. Sweekar Chaudhary was smart enough to deceive the defender and then have a go for that shot, which has won his team a corner. Can this corner lead to the breakthrough? Here comes the corner, a lot of heads. A volley would be needed. Mind you, we've seen goals from that same spot in a similar way. Right outside the box, that volley. If you get it on target, it is always going to keep the keeper onto the ground. Ten more minutes here in the first half. Surat strikers have come quite close compared to how the Knights have in terms of scoring a goal. But that can change in this possession. Joseph once again sending it into the box. His teammate not able to get the target on that header. Interception quickly leads to a turnover. Looking to get going quickly. He switched play over to the left again. Too much to ask for from the player in terms of containing that. There's good ball movement for the Karnavati Knights. But as the coach said, it's that final third problem. And also that one sloppy pass which ruins the entire move that they get on with. While there's still time toward that halftime break, it is going to be a big 15-minute break for both the sides. From Surat's perspective, they won those 3 points, giving them a chance to cement that top spot. While the Knights, the coach did mention it's now or never. Starting off with 2 losses makes it difficult. You have to get wins on the board because draws won't really help you much. Tournament of 6, you have 2 teams playing the finals. Here's Aman. Aryan plays it over to the left. Look to play it back to Aryan, but miscommunication. Now it's the Knights again on the ball. Miss pass yet again. And Surat haven't made use of any of the opposition miss passes yet. Strikers evidently a lot more dictative of this game, taking charge of sorts. What happens is if they get comfortable on that, they could be one of those teams that close it out in the second by scoring not just one but a few goals. That's a very good ball played over. And now a real good opportunity. He's minused it. The cross will be out for a corner kick. First one for Karnavati. And sometimes one is all it takes. Kuldeep will guide the ball into the box in search of one of those red t-shirts. Signals what he's about to do. Here comes the corner kick. One bounce cleared. And the follow-up ball inside is safe in the hands of Shivam Rajput, who quickly discharges the ball in search of Sweekar Chaudhary, who does get the ball eventually. Here on this left, he is quite smart, quite cheeky, but there he slips on the ground. It's Kuldeep making the small run, quick pass off balance, is deflected back on to the goalkeeper. We'll hear soon from the fourth official as to how many minutes are going to be added on here on the first half. Should be a couple, give or take. Through ball denied by the defense. He's gone in on the attack. He get past that last defender. Again, that tackle, the shot, blocked. Once again, he has a go and the first goal comes in. Smartly taken. And Vishesh Pandey has knocked it down for his team. Well placed, he was not marked. And the price is paid as the Surat strikers have conceded at the of the first half. Smart play from the Karnavati Knights across the last few possessions. It was them, and here he was not marked. You could see the way the entourage was running towards him, and after that he did what it takes to get his team running behind him. And sometimes a goal like that is all we need to bring up the flames and the sparks in a match. This one was relatively slow paced, but now things can change. It's a good run on that left flank. Speaking of how the game can change, we know the strikers were in a similar position previous game. And here, can they equalize immediately? He's played it over to the left. Cross is in the hands of the goalkeeper. And that's the confirmation. Vishesh Pandey, jersey number 7, doing it for his team. It's pretty bad fall. Do hope he's fine. Often fall on your back like that is quite dangerous. This is it. That first shot, which was blocked. Keeper anticipating that shot was off balance. So before he got back to his feet, it was just too late for him to recover. And it was well placed. A very smart placement. Because had it been anywhere else, the keeper would have more or less gotten to it. That is why he decided to go for that bottom corner. This does not seem to be a good sign. All prayers and well wishes to this young lad, hoping he will be back on his feet. Play continues. Shivam Rajput asking his players to move forward. Looks like he's going to launch it all the way toward the box, because they know the whistle could go off any time. Finds one of the Knight players. And with that, the first half comes to an end. Quite enthralling, a bit slow, but it has set us up for a exciting second half, because unlike the majority of the first, it is the Karnavati Knights who have the lead halfway through this matchup. Surat strikers down once again. Can they replicate the comeback which they did a couple of nights ago? Or will it be the Knights, the defending champions, taking away their first victory courtesy of Vishesh's goal? We will find that out very soon. Do stay tuned on FIFA Plus and Sportscast, because we have the second half of this matchup coming your way very soon. And we are back on with the second half of this encounter. The Knights with the lead. First time in this tournament. They are in a situation like this. But the Surat strikers are not in a situation like this for the first time. They made a comeback from a situation like this, and they will look to do that here in the second half and take away all points. But as it stands, it's the Karnavati Knights who have 3 points on hold. And keep your eyes on them because they will look to keep it this way over the next 45 minutes. They've had a good amount of discussion in the changing rooms with their coaches. The plans have been set. Which one of the two is going to execute is what we're here to find out. Good evening once again to all our viewers joining us on FIFA Plus. And here, almost an error from the keeper. He stretched his arm out, didn't reach. Thankfully, did not go past him. Kalash looking to find Sweeker up front. Still with one of the players who goes from distance on the volley. Couldn't pick it up. Swail Pasha there. From here on, Karnavati need to also not settle in a situation like this because a 1-0 lead is often not enough to switch on to the defensive pedestal with an entire half to play. Also, given the fact that they've been losing matches, here a victory by more than one goal would do them wonders. The strikers, after being unbeaten, would not want to lose one and change their fortunes. Searching for the equalizer. Here come the Surat strikers. Cross inside, too high for his intended teammate. It's back on with the Reds, the Knights, who turn the ball over. Darren plays it forward. Harsh with the ball. Look to get it cheekily away to Aman, who went in. Oh, that was Aryan who went inside. Nishan Shetty, they're taking one for the team. And Siddharth Pranay will now look to find one of his teammates. Not the best of kicks. Slight slip. That's a wonderful cross over to the right side. And now the hopes would slightly increase. Again, player slipping who charged in. The follow-up shot is way over the post. And the Surat strikers still struggle to make use of their opportunities. Sweeker Chaudhary this time charging in on that. This is proof of how difficult counter-attacking football is. One may think a counter-attack is easy with lesser defenders, but you have to get all the components of it right. That is the passing, the running, the speed. You have to know when to get the shot away, and those few factors play a big role. Good tackle there by the right back, putting pressure on the Karnavati attack. Aman Shah with the throw in, and it's headed out for a corner kick, the first one here in the second half. Strikers with a chance of sorts to get the equalizer early and make this game a lot more interesting. Johnson Matthews with the corner. There was a charging in header, but he could not connect on the ball. Strikers looking to create another chance. The header outside the box is safe in the hands of Shubham Tiwari. Speaking of Shubham Tiwari, he's had a good first half, a very good one indeed, with a few saves, good movement to gather the ball in many occasions. That's a good ball inside, straight in the hands of Shubham Tiwari once again. One can wonder if that header was placed slightly to the left or right of the goalkeeper. Could we have seen a different outcome? But from an overall perspective, Parth Badgo has a shot on target. And from Surat's aspect, it is important for them to keep making these chances and putting pressure on the opponents. It's a great ball played inside. No foul from the referee. It was a common ball. Well, the first 10 minutes of the second have been quite intriguing, with Surat showing glimpses of getting that equalizer. This is a good chance. Played over to the right. Look at that. So close, yet so far once again. Keeper was off his lines. He was beat more or less, and all it needed was a tap in. But the defender was there at the right time to prevent that. And here the Karnavati Knights under some pressure as the strikers continue to knock the doors. Once again headed clear by the Surat defense. Apologies, the Knights defense. One more ball inside and headed to safety yet again by the defenders of Karnavati. Johnson again created the space. His shot caught a piece of the keeper. And here once again an opportunity. Defenders in the red t-shirts quickly playing that ball as far as away. Going to be a foul and a free kick for the strikers. We know what they always do. Wherever the distance post that midline, we see them making use of every chance. Ball once again from Johnson Matthews. Can he find one of his teammates? Goalkeeper again playing it away. Johnson will have a go once again in search for his team. Similar result in a certain way. It was the keeper's hands. And then the head of the striker's player, but it goes out of bounds. Take a look at this. Shubham did get that first piece. He is charging confidently toward the ball. Looking to go quickly on that attack. Flag goes up against them. Definitely a lot more going on here in the second half of this game. The first half was relatively slow until the last 5 minutes, the one which led to the goal. Here, the second has a lot of glimpses, lot of attempts from Surat to get back into this, and a foul once again from the forward lines of the strikers. Not the best of goal kicks, but it's played to safety by finding his teammate there on that right. He's done a good job with the ball, but too many blue shirts going towards him. He quickly plays it back to his teammate. Long ball into the box. Aman creating some space. Manages to keep that one in on that left flank. Immediately gives it away to the opponent. One back by the forward and played back to the keeper. Johnson with the ball. Good run through the middle this time. Advances it. Too hard for his teammate to contain. Darren launches that into the box. Keeper with a great hold. He was in the air along with the forward, and he seems to have taken a hit and is down. But credits to Shubham Tiwari on grabbing onto that. He's also taken a blow onto his elbow. He seems to be in a lot of pain. He's always charged towards those long balls that have been launched into the box, especially on the second, as the strikers are trying to use that as a mode of charging in. And this doesn't look too good here. The scenes from the ground, player reactions there with regards to Shubham. This was the goal. This was the breakthrough in this matchup. Defense got that block of the first shot, but nobody was there to take care of the player waiting for the rebound. And Vishesh Pandey found the back of the net by beating Shivam Rajput to put his team up. That has been the difference so far in this game. Meanwhile, Shubham is back on his feet, which is a good sign. The last thing we'd want is a player getting injured. Play continues here at Eka Arena, the Trans Stadia in Ahmedabad.
Change coming in for Karnavati Knights, jersey number 11 Manav in, jersey number 9 Irfan Abbasi out.
Substitutions will come key in a matchup like this. You can see the players getting tired. Mana was checked in for his fun. That's got to be a hard foul. Player is down quite hard. But he is back on his feet like a warrior. And an opportunity for the strikers, which will be created by this man who loves to launch them in. And he would love it even more if one of his teammates can grab onto it in the air, not literally with their head or feet, of course. One of them do, but it's straight in the hands of Shubham Tiwari. And the cramps starting to get to the players in this game. Over and out of running, jogging, sprinting, jumping does tend to get to the players in this scorching summer.
सेटिंग करना पड़ता है ना ये कैमरा में अच्छा है ना सिर्फ लड़कियों को नहीं दिखा रहा सबको दिखा रहा आईपीएल वाले लड़कियों को दिखा रहा है गोल गोल हुए कि नहीं हुए ठीक गोल किसने की रेड जर्सी रेड वाला
It's a great ball played over to the right. He has a few options, decides to play it to the player coming over the other side. And again, it's a chance wasted for the Surat strikers. The clock is also ticking with 18 minutes. Give or take, a few minutes will be added on, of course. But it is taking down very soon. A lot of plays to the right seems to work again and again. And here a little bit of a change in tactic. The right back has come over, crossed it in. Another cross from Darren, header. Not hitting the target once again. This time it was Harsh Wagela. He's got on the score sheet before for this team. He's gotten those man of the match performances. And he has 16 minutes to try and get it again. Karnavati Knights would love to put this one away. Long range or is blocked immediately. Still with the Knights. Not anymore. It's back on with the strikers. Long ball is what they're looking to get on with. That is quite wayward. Shubham Tiwari is down again. But I really doubt the forward there had anything to do with it. Shubham, of course, got onto the ground as he was gripping onto the ball. To hope he's okay. Back in play with 15 minutes, perhaps with the added time remaining in this game. Ball into the box, safe with Shivam, who will play it forward. Just one blue shirt against four. Does take a hit. Come on, my friend. Team is trailing. If you're okay, you should definitely get back on your feet, which he does. Not the best of plays, as it was too much for that left wing to try and cover. Nishan Shetty, Aryan Chauhan, Darren Job, back to Nishant. Plays it over to Palash Baba. He scored the winner 5 minutes past the 90th in the previous encounter. Can he work some of his magic? Strikers have created chances, but chances are not enough. Captain launches that ball inside. On that throw in, loose ball is not smacked upon. Player down again for Surat, one for the Knights as well. Looks like both are back up. Yash looking for Tejas, not able to find him. Good ball down the right. That's adjourned as a foul against the Knights in a very interesting position. Also, both the players having that small collision with each other are down on the pitch. That was it. Yeah, it was a follow through of sorts. He tried to dodge his way by jumping. Perhaps over him. He's gone on to him. Both are fine, which is more important. We're into the last 10 minutes. And this is when the magic begins in the game of football. We've seen it happen here in the Gujarat Super League. Is it time for the action and drama? Here comes the kick from Johnson. Header from the far side. Wasn't a header, but whatever it is, it made no difference. It was onto the side net. Everything was perfect. It was onside, but not able to get that one away. Interestingly, when you look at how the Knights have gone about their attack, they've still struggled on that final third, as the coach said before the game. It was that one opportunity where we saw that shot from that left wing, which was rebounded off a block by one of the defenders, not even by the keeper. The player was not guarded and he had a clear shot at the goal. Here, advantage was played on the foul, but possession's back on with the strikers. They have a few blue t-shirts up. Could this be the chance for them to get something out? Johnson drives in, crosses it, but will get a corner out of it.
Change coming in
The
for
pressure
Surat
from the
strikers,
strikers
jersey number
continue
11, Smith
to come in.
Chaudhary, jersey number 17, Harsh Waghela,
Substitution,
out.
meanwhile. Harsh Waghela will pay way for Smith. Can Smith be one of those super subs? Corner kick again. A flying header, but no connection. Shot from outside the box, also way off. The strikers will go under pressure a lot more, as these chances are all not hitting the target nor going through the keeper. Strikers defense at work. Karnavati looking to put this one away. Not the best of clearances. The shot is immediately blocked. The strikers survive that. And they go the other way in search of an equalizer. And that chance will give them another, as a corner kick is won. The captain, Aman Shah, places the ball. Johnson runs towards it. What's it gonna be? Johnson Matthews punched out by Shubham Tiwari. Still with the strikers. Long range or blocked. Strikers with another chance, and it's played over to the side. Perhaps another cross coming in. He goes direct, and Shubham Tiwari grabs onto it, throws himself onto the ground, and keeps it safe for the time being. He has to do that for the next 3.5 minutes. Meanwhile, his colleagues up front will try and score one more and put this game to rest.
Change coming in for Surat strikers. Jersey number 15, Malhar Jalgaonkar in. Jersey number 18, Parth Dabbo out.
Couple more minutes along with the time added on. Surat strikers need to find a way back onto this, because as it stands, the Knights are on course to secure their first few points on the table. Even a draw would do
Change
that for
coming in
them,
for Karnavati Knights. Jersey
but
number
a win
30,
was needed.
Jayashwar Singh in. Jersey number 7, Vishesh Pandey out.
Vishesh, the goal scorer, after being at the right place at the right time with a smart shot, checks out of the game in hopes that his team will see this game through with all 3 points. Meanwhile, we're into the 90th minute, and very soon the fourth official will let all of us know as to how many minutes are being added on to this game. Interception for the Knights. Got a few t-shirts up front, played over to the wing. Defender right there, but it's out for a corner. Eight minutes will be added on to this game. 8 very long minutes for the Karnavati Knights. And it's going to be 8 very short minutes for the Surat Strikers. Player down meanwhile for the Knights. Kuldeep is pulled back onto his feet by Aryan, who has to go back on those defensive lines as the Knights look to stop this corner. Here comes the ball. It was a bit close, but not close enough for any action. Back on. Strikers giving it all they got. He's played it over to the right. The defenders will have some work to do. The cross, the shot, and nothing much out of that. Again an opportunity. And here the Knights give the ball away, giving another chance to the Strikers, and they quickly lose out on it. This was the chance. Johnson Matthews did the right thing by passing to his teammate, but not the ideal shot from Suhail Pasha. He didn't get a good grip on it when he was approaching the ball. And the Knights bringing in fresh legs to perhaps add on to the pressure. No room for error here for the Karnavati Knights. They've given the ball away on many occasions, and those could prove to be very expensive. Once again, the ball's given away. A chance for the Surat strikers. The shot. Oh my word! The far post. It was pretty close, but not close enough to give them a little more. Suhail Pasha is asking, what more should I do? His teammates were asking for the ball on the far post side. Yet again, the situation's filled with a lot more of ifs and insteads. A great ball inside. And here, that's how close it got. Perhaps if a player came running in on that far end to just tap it in, or if there was a little more of a curve for the ball to stay in. A lot of anticipation in the Surat strikers dugout, the fans, the players on the pitch. 5 more minutes on the clock. Of course, a few more seconds due to some of these stoppages. But that's all. That is the time remaining in this game. Speaking of the game, a very clean one. No yellow card. Card's been in the referee's pocket so far. Which means this is a good bunch of lads on both the teams, respecting the game, not doing anything wayward. At least until now. Coach Antrix not too happy with that decision. He will be very disappointed so far because we heard him pre-game. They were quite confident. Were taking their chances to win this game. Good ball played over there. Knights can put this one to sleep. But that pass and that first touch didn't gel well together. And the strikers will try and create another for them before turning it over. It's back on for the Knights. Once again, back to the strikers. A lot of dependence on that long ball towards the forward lines. That being one of a constant that the strikers have tried to engage themselves upon. A lot of sloppy ways to miss out on possession. Although they will win it back now. On the right again, Johnson plays it to his teammate who gets that cross. No, he doesn't, but he will get a corner. Around 2 minutes to spare. Here comes the corner kick from Johnson Matthews. That's a good ball inside. And as close as it got, it was played outside. Johnson launching it again. This time the header straight to the keeper. The follow-up shot is good. And there we go. The equalizer has come in for the Surat strikers. This is where they strike. This is where you have to watch out for them. And finally, 8 minutes in to the stoppage time. Commit the hour, commit the man. 73 is the number and Baba is the name. Palash Baba does it once again. This time saving his team from the jaws of defeat. Take a look at this. The first header was missed. The follow-up shot was good enough. And there we go. This is football. This is the Gujarat Super League. Wonderful scenes here at the Transtadia. You have to feel for Shubham Tiwari. He did everything right throughout this game. He was injured at times. He got a piece of it, but couldn't clean it up. And there we go. That's the first booking in this match. A lot of frustration. Yash gets into the referee's book. And from Karnavati's perspective, they will be frustrated. They were on course to get their first victory. They were on course to get all 3 points after this game. And then came this young lad named Palash Baba, who decided to let them know that the stoppage time is all his. And he decides what happens there. And still, it's not over, my friends. Johnson Matthews has had a wonderful game, giving in great balls to his teammates. And here, he could perhaps give one more. It's something cheeky. They have a go direct. And it finds one of the Karnavati players. And the long ball played over to the left. Flag will go up. We've crossed the 8-minute mark. We've crossed a minute past the 8-minute mark. But there were a lot of stoppages in the stoppage time as well. That's the confirmation. We're seeing the name once again. He saved them from the jaws of defeat this time. He got them the victory in the previous one. And the Surat strikers survive a defeat, while the Karnavati Knights, the defending champions, will be utterly disappointed. Even though it's not a defeat, it will feel like one, because they were bound to take 3 points away from this. Instead, they will settle for just one. As for the Surat strikers, they played amazing, especially in the second half. And here a lot of emotions getting to the players, a lot of arguments. As a player gets booked, Nishant Shetty will go into the book after the stoppage time. That being said, credits to the Surat strikers for not letting this game to go into a defeat, instead pushing through and taking away a point, which could be very important for them in the long run as they look to finish in that top 2 spots. A wonderful game of football comes to an end. Match number 8 results in an astounding draw between the Karnavati Knights and the Surat strikers. It was Vishesh's goal in the stoppage time of the first half that gave the Knights the lead, and then Palash's goal in the stoppage time of the 90th, which equalized and settled this game for a 1-all draw. That's all from the commentary box for this match. Do stay tuned on Sportscast India and FIFA Plus for more of Gujarat Super League action. This is your commentator Ryan James signing off. Have a nice day.
I would like Mr. Jatin Bhavsar, the executive member of GSFA, to felicitate Mr. Advocate Sridhar, sir. I would request Mr. Sridhar to felicitate the man of the match, the memento.
Jersey number 21, Johnson Matthews from Surat Strikers.
And hand over the check of rupees 5,000 to the man of the match. Congratulations, Johnson. Will the tables will turn and the match will take a draw?
No, in fact, we came to get all the 3 points, but in the league, even 1 point is important for us. So we're not satisfied, but it'll help us get the motivation we needed for the last two matches.
Thank you so much. I wish you all the best